to computer. So welcome to Back in the City. Today, this week, this is our third week. If you have been watching us for the last 3 weeks, I know I was off last week. Can I just tell y'all in a second what I've been going through? I'll let you know. But if you're tapped in today we're talking about working with the DOE, Department of Education in New York City. The last two that I did, the first one was just like getting your paperwork right, your procurement information that you need, so that this way that you can just be eligible for vendorship. So today we're definitely going to talk about that. And the second to last one I did, the last one I did 2 weeks ago was around NYCHA, New York City Housing, how to become a vendor with them, Section 3BC, Section 3 Business Concern. If you are new to my channel, please subscribe to the channel as you are watching this. We are live on Zoom currently, but we will be live on YouTube next week. I have to figure it out. So welcome to today. I am your girl, Coach Rema, and I assist people with just having access to resources in their community, especially small nonprofits and small businesses, because I believe that it's super important for us to leverage and have equity. And with that being said, can everybody just come off the mic really quick and just introduce yourself, say hello, where you're from, and what would you like to get out of this program today?
Hi, everyone. My name is Melissa. Can everybody hear me? All right, great. My name is Melissa Blaze. I'm originally from Brooklyn, New York. I reside now in Jersey. I have a nonprofit that strives for the community through sports. Have a youth flag football organization as a nonprofit. So I'm here out of curiosity on what resources I can use to improve my program and how to get into the school industry, and also who to talk to, right? Like who's the right people to get in front of to pitch what I have for the kids and getting it in all the schools, because a lot of the schools don't have gym or anything that's athletic. Yeah, that's about it.
Next.
Hi, everyone. My name is Swahili Kabasa. I have a nonprofit. My nonprofit is Cor Raíces de Mi Encanto. We started focusing in the children in Puerto Rico. For some reason, we became international, and we've been supporting Haiti, DR, Colombia, Cuba, in the US. What I'm trying to get from this is, network, resources, information, and see how I can support more children in the community and children like me. That's it.
I love it.
Good
I love
night,
it. Thank
everybody.
You,
My name is Absolute, and I'm actually a coach, a master barber, a bake. I do a lot of stuff. Okay, I'm a creative. I'm a creative entrepreneur, and I'm in a space right now where I'm in transition. Right, so I stopped cutting, and I wanted to focus more on teaching how to, cut hair and customer service in the beauty and barber industry. So I've been working on a course, and I really want to get direction, strategy, and the resources that I need to move forward with what I have in store right now. So that's why I'm here.
Thank you. I think we have Kim on the call. Kim is in transition, so she'll be in the chat. We have Janet on the call. Janet is extra support for me, so she will not be speaking too much tonight, but she'll be in the chat, again, fact-checking anything. What I really enjoy about all of you is that you have this nonprofit, this beautiful space, or you have this idea of things that you want to do. So tonight, it's going to be a mixture of information and also some coaching. Is y'all okay with that? Like, I got some jewels to drop, especially around that barbershop story, because I want you to live that dream. But I also want you to understand the hours and stuff. Like, just do your homework around it, right? So can I just swing on that for a second? Y'all all right with that? If y'all all right with that, put some ones in the chat. Like, I want y'all in my chat box the whole time. If you're okay with me just taking a real quick
I'm okay
swing,
with everything.
if you okay with me taking a swing at Absolute, just Put it on chat box. Now I gave
Yes,
absolute.
yes, yes.
I gave absolute a one-on-one yesterday. It was really dope. It was impromptu as heck. And I just appreciate her energy, like at 100%. I do believe we are assigned to some folks. And I think yesterday she was a part of my assignment for the day. So I just thank her so much for just being open to what I had to say and give. And as I give to all of you, I thank y'all in full because I have ideas for Melissa too. And I also have ideas for Suhey. So everybody gonna get something on this call as I give you information about DOE. Is that cool? We good? Good. So barbering school, what I want you to do, and I hope y'all got your pen and paper out. Make sure that y'all taking notes because yes, this will go up, but I have been very, very, I have been, and this is me being full transparency, right? I have been so busy and so blessed to be busy the way I've been busy. So I have not been able to upload the content the way I wanted to upload it since last week. So please excuse me for anybody that's watching. Understand I did not neglect in 2 weeks. I had so many things happening and I was sick during that time. Let me tell you, my back gave me a spasm. I had a stomach virus at some point. I'm now like catching a new cold. It's weird. I have all this stuff that I want to do. So I'm like sick. I'll take a couple of hours of rest. I'll get up and just start going again. And some things are just not on my list. So I'm working on me, if y'all is okay with that. Back to barbering. So with barber school, you need to make sure that the student is getting hours so that they can equate those hours to get their license. If you are a licensed barber, but a master barber that can actually train other barbers, then that's something you want to look into. They have barbering programs, and I ain't do this one yet, but this is gonna be next week's Bag the City. They have a barbering program inside of the DOC. And then the DOC absolutely. Sorry about that. They have the DOC have an RNDC. I don't know what these things stand for. Please hold me to it. But an RNDC on Rikers Island, I think Rikers is going to be open until 2027. So this might be something you want to interest in. In their youth jail RNDC, they have in the basement different programs that they teach the youth there. You might want to look into that. So when we talk about DOC, you want to tap in. So with DOC, that your phone. So with DOC, you have how can I put? They have like some simulation activities in the basement. Like there's this big, beautiful basement that have like the cars so you could drive. They have a barbershop, a cosmetology area. They have wood shop. They have auto mechanic. They have audio engineering. They have mad stuff. I'm putting Kima in now. They have so many different programs in the jail cell nobody knows nothing about. So what I will offer you is look into becoming a master barber that you can train others, right? And then when you want to have a school, you can do your school anywhere as long as they have a certain amount of space. So look at the requirements it takes to train this particular group. And you want to think about who are you training, how are you training them? There's a lot of samples out there. So look at different people that do it. Just Google some barber schools, like local community barber schools. I know we had something in Harlem with Mama Saves, something like that. Just call her back at me and I'll give you the name of that. But they have a barber school out here and he does this thing where he gets like a $10,000 grant. He gets the chairs, he already have a barber shop. So he just have them work in the barber shop and get their hours. But that's like the thing you need to focus on. How do I get them to their hours? If it's kids, look up youth barber schools that's already doing it in other states and in the city, and then mimic what they're doing and then offer that as a proposal to the schools. Like to somebody after school program. Hey, listen, I just want to show them how to do cosmetology real quick, how to shape up the nape, and I did cosmetology, y'all, so I have language. And are we clear? I have language. I know nape. That's where the naps is at. That's where we get naps from, the nape. That's all is back. So
I actually have my cosmetology license. I just specialize in barbering.
Okay. So you want to get your master barber's license. That's all I know. You want to look into that. And then once you're that, you can then say, I'm able to train others, because that's really what the program will be about. You training others to become barbers, but you have to be a master barber to do such. So that's that part, okay? I'm gonna hop off of this, but what I'll say is you'll learn things along the way here, but definitely tap into the next week call with DOC because they really do have a lot of money and they're looking for new programs to come inside. All right.
Okay.
Let me see, Melissa, we will talk about your football program as we go through here. So I'm gonna check the chat. Kim said, I'm on the bus. I'm here to network. I dropped my info in the chat. I have a nonprofit, Lady Survivor, Family Benches. I'm trying to get info to collect with families. And everybody drops their one. EOC has a class that you can model. Right. The Bronx have an educational barber program that you can utilize. Can y'all tap in with Kim, please? I need all of y'all to tap in with Kim. Kim is a lethal everything. You hear me? She has everything. She is the resource hub. I love me some Kim. All right, y'all. Let's get this party started. So, right, it says we're talking about one of the biggest money movers in New York, the Department of Education. This agency alone spends more than $10 billion every single year. And the truth is, most small businesses and nonprofits don't even know where to start. By the time we finish this session, you will know exactly how we set it up, how to get seen, and how to get in a position for DOE opportunities. So let's talk about some more facts, right? Why DOE, let me put this small, why DOE contracts matter. $10.5 billion matters, right? That's a lot of money. Contract spending in fiscal year 2023. Whenever you see FY and then 20 whatever. So FY stands for fiscal year. It's not a regular year. A fiscal year is a year that goes from like July 1st to June 30th, 31st, I believe. I think it's 30 days. Don't hold me to it. I'm just here to give you some information. But it's in that time frame. So go from the beginning of July to the ending of June every year. So right now we are in fiscal year 2026, although we are in 2025. This is our fiscal year, right? The contract spending for that year grew from 3.9 billion in fiscal year 2010. That's a massive 170% and increase showing unprecedented opportunity, right? 93,942 total contracts was purchase orders and contracts issued in 2023 alone, right? And 8.92% of that was MWBE share, right? Current percentage going to minority and women-owned businesses, room to grow. The numbers tell the story. DOE represents the largest contracting opportunity in New York City with billions of spending money, but significant gaps in diverse vendor participation. This is where your business can make both impact and profit, right? So that's I don't know about y'all, but that's a lot of money just being played with. And I think my biggest thing right now is equity. I believe in equity. I believe that's why I'm doing this work that I'm doing. It's to make sure that everybody is aware that this is happening and where you can go get it from. Let's level the playing field. A lot of people get these grants. A lot of people get these contracts that have been getting them for years. And, you know, sometimes you'd be like, oh, they're gatekeeping, but I think they just don't know how to teach it. They don't know how to share the information the right way, right? Because there's too much money out here. You can't get all of this money in one place. Like, it's too much. Every school have their own budget. And how many schools we have in New York City? Nobody can gatekeep that. Like, just go get the information. So next, right? I have something in the chat. Let me see. Yep, there we go. All right. It says, what do DOE buy? They buy food services, school meals, catering, and nutrition programs serving over 1 million students daily. They buy after-school programs, extended learning, enrichment activities, and community-based programming. They buy curriculum materials. This is where a lot of you guys are at right now, right? That's where you guys are at. Hold on 1 second. There we go. And digital content, learning materials. That's something I'm looking to do right now, like framework. And then arts and enrichment, creative programming, cultural partnerships, specialized educational services, right? Transportation, bus services, route planning, specialized transportation for students with disabilities, IT and tech, hardware, software, digital learning platforms, and technical support services, construction and repairs, building maintenance, renovations, safety upgrades and facility improvements, and maintenance, cleaner services, groundskeeping, equipment maintenance, and facility operations. Right? Now let's get set up for this, right? So Register on DOE Vendor Portal, right? Create your account on the Department of Education's Vendor Register stream. This is your gateway to all DOE contracting opportunities. 2, apply for DOE Vendor Code. Obtain your unique vendor identification number that allows you to bid on DOE contracts and receive payments, and add DOE to Passport profile. Update your Passport vendor profile to include DOE as a target agency for streamlined procurement. Now I have a question for y'all. How many of y'all are registered in Passport already? How many of y'all are registered in Passport already? Put it in the chat. Kim, I know you're registered. Are you not registered in Passport? Let me get y'all there. Passport, New York City. So that's me. Let me see if I can get signed out. I'm not sure, but I've been on the site. Of course, you've been on the site. I need to get out of mine. Let me Google it to see if I can get y'all the link. I'm going to make sure y'all have links and stuff. I like giving y'all information, if that's all right. I want to make sure y'all have Passport of NYC. I'm going to throw it in the chat. Passport NYC. Passport. Here we go. I want y'all to go here, and I want you to log in when you get a chance and open up an account, right? Copy. I have you, Sue Haiti, back here. I want y'all to copy, and I want you to go there. If you have your LLC, all you need to do is just like sign up. Sign up and go into Passport. So it's in the chat. The next thing is the DOE vendorship. So let's get to DOE. So y'all can see how that looks. Let me, DOE, is it? DOE Vendor Portal. 1 second. This is the actual vendor portal. It's finance360.org. Right? So this is where you see my little code is there. This is where you would go to sign up for DOE. This is just easy. And then once you sign up, you put all your information in. And then once they approve it, you can then search for your code, the vendor code. So then that's how that works. How hard was that? Throw the ones in the chat if y'all enjoying this so far. If this is what you need thus far, throw the ones in the chat, and I appreciate you. So the next slide, we're going to talk about, now that y'all have that set up, I want to talk a little bit about compliance and documentation, right? So with compliance and documentation, you want to make sure you have your insurances set up. But here's the thing about the insurances that people won't tell you. What's going on, all right. There we go. Come on now. All right. The thing about insurance is there's different types of insurances for you to use as your liability insurance. And I made a list of it. So I'm gonna give you this on this page, and then I'm gonna read off the insurances. Are we still good? Everybody's here with me? Okay. So here's the compliance, right? And documentation, fingerprinting and background checks. You can go get fingerprinting on 132nd Street and Madison Avenue. I went and got fingerprinting there. You can look, and there's another spot on 149th Street and 3rd Avenue that you could get like security guard fingerprinting. But I believe you can go there and get DOE fingerprinting as well, if I'm not mistaken, right? All staff working directly in schools must complete a DOE fingerprinting and background screening. In these specific spaces, that's where you go get your background check as well. I said this includes delivery personnel, instructors, and support staff. Schedule appointments through DOE Vendors Portal. So I guess you got to do it through their portal to do it through them. But those are other avenues that you can go to get a background check if you want it before you go into the system. I think I got my DOC background check through DOC. So yeah, you might want to go through them. Allow 4 to 6 weeks for processing. Maintain current clearances for all school-based staff, right? Insurance and requirements. Comprehensive coverage is mandatory for all DOE vendors to protect students, staff, and your business. General liability insurance, minimum $1 million. Auto insurance if transporting students. And then workers' compensation coverage. Workers' compensation is if you have other people working with you. If you are employing other facilitators, etc., you have to have workers' compensation coverage, right? And professional liability for specialized services. Then financial and business documentation. Demonstrate your organization's stability and capacity in full large-scale contracts. Audited financial statements or tax returns. Business references from similar contracts. Proof of bonding capacity for construction work. And organizational chart and key personal resumes. Bonding capacity. So we'll talk about bonding another time. You don't have to worry about that because that's really for construction work. But you should have all of this stuff together. What I wanted to do, if we're all on the same page, can I read to you guys the list of insurance types? Are y'all all good with that? Can I read that? Thumbs, ones in the chat, handshakes, claps. I take it all. I take it all. Thank you. All right. So here's a breakdown of key insurance types that nonprofit or education program providers should have, why they're needed, and ballpark typical premium ranges. Note, actual requirements may differ by state, contract DOE agreement, or funder stipulations. You should check your specific contract with the New York City Department of Education, NYC DOE, and your lease venue agreements to see what minima they impose. So the first one is commercial general liability, CGL, general liability. What it covers, and I hope y'all taking notes. What it covers, why you need it. One, it protects your organization if a third party, visitor, client, or vendor is injured, or their property is damaged as a result of your operations, right? This is called Nonprofit Risk Management Center +2 Nonprofit Insurance Alliance +2, right? The next one, many venues, funders, and DOE will require you to carry this if you host events, have public access, bring in vendors, tables, etc. Nonprofit Insurance Alliance +1. It helps protect your organization's assets and reputation so a lawsuit doesn't derail your mission. Next is typical cost range. For small nonprofits, it's $500 a year, $40 to $60 a month as a medium for general liability. I personally, and Kim, because Kim went and got insurance right after our first session, right after I did back in the city first time. I got Next Insurance. They do not pay me to shout them out, but I got Next Insurance. Kim, you got Next Insurance, and it's $25. It's $25, but there's different types for different reasons. So this is the one I have. It says for a median for general liability, some minimums, for example, one insurer's minimum annual premium for CGL, which is commercial general liability, starts at $560 in California and $600 outside of California for nonprofits. And this is a nonprofit insurance alliance. If your operations are higher risk, like large public events, many participants, so we're talking a whole room of folks, physical activity. So this goes for Melissa, right? Expect a higher premium. Okay, expect a higher premium. Property insurance, and if you own or lease a space, what it covers, why you need it. Covers damage or loss to your physical assets, building if owned, furniture, fixtures, IT equipment, and program supplies. Right? And if you're leasing space from the DOE or NYCHA, the lease may require you to have property damage coverage. And the name property damage coverage and name the owner as additional insured. This also helps your organization recover or place assets in case of fire, theft, vandalism, etc. Helps you yes, that part. Typical cost for this: combined property and general liability via a business owner's policy, which is called BOP. For small nonprofits, might run $1,000 a year or $80 a month. This is where they got it from. Tech Insurance +1. Your premium will depend highly on the value of your property, the building's risk exposure, so flood, fire zone, location, NYC versus everywhere elsewhere, and the deductible. So this is a lot of information, I know, but when y'all run this back, you'll get it. So remember that these are all the reasons why your premium might be a little higher, right? The next one is workers' compensation and disability, paid family leave if possible. So everybody know what paid family, that FMLA, right? Paid family leave. You are the employer. Welcome to entrepreneurship. You are the employer. You are the person that's hiring the people. You have to have this type of insurance when you're hiring your people. Okay. Because sometimes we just want to be a boss. I just want to be a boss. I don't want to do nothing. I just want to be a boss sometimes. Sometimes I just want to point at stuff and say, get it done. You know, you can't always do it, but I want to do that sometimes. So this insurance allows you to do that. What it covers is if you have employees, even part-time, many states require you to carry workers' comp, cover job-related injuries, illnesses, and medical insurances and disability, right? In New York specifically, nonprofit entities that compensate individuals for services must obtain disability and paid family leave benefit coverage for employees with certain exemptions. Y'all can look further into this yourselves. Even if you rely heavily on volunteers, if you pay staff or contract workers, you likely need this. Total cost range, according to research, nonprofits average $62 a month, $739 a year for workers' comp coverage. So that's insurance. How do y'all feel about that? What are your thoughts? You could come off the mic if you want. You could unmute yourself. Hello, hello, hello. I can't hear nobody. Are y'all talking? Was that a lot? Was that too much information at once?
That was good enough information for me.
You needed to hear that?
Yes, I did. Talking about hiring people, getting insurance. Hey, that's where I want to be.
You know, there's another thing about the DOE that I really like about the DOE vendorship. Once you got it, you can actually bring other people in under you. So for those that's actually interested in partnering, so it's kind of like having this big, beautiful package. And you're putting the package together and you're saying, if I can't deliver this, I know others that can. So let's say I go into the school, I would probably deliver something like, you know, turning your pain points into income. Y'all gonna see me talk a lot about that in my Women project. But I might go in talking about that, but I might want to bring in Melissa to do some kind of like football program. Maybe they have a sports arm. So I'm like, hey, listen, not only am I going to talk to the youth about this, but we also have this sports arm associated with my organization, and I can bring them in under me. So now you can come in under my insurance, under my vendorship, everything. I don't know how a person would pay you. Can I be very clear? I don't know what your relationship would be like, but you could definitely go in under somebody else's. I say strive to have your own and then bring other people in, because that make you more of a asset as well. Like people be like, oh, she'd like to bring some, you know, she bring the people in. It's a good look, I think. But investigate everything that I'm giving y'all. Don't take just my word for it. Look it up, look into it. Anything that like sparks you, look into it, okay? Next, we're going to talk about getting in the door, right? Identify your contracting categories. Match your business capabilities with DOE's procurement categories. Focus on 3 areas you have proven expertise and competitive advantages, right? Monitor DOE bids and RFPs. Set up alerts for relevant opportunities through Passport, DOE Vendor Portal, and industry publications. Track calendars and submission deadlines. If you join my school, right? Now, for those that had paid for this, I'm going to send you something that is in my school. So I have a school account, and in the school, I also have the checklist. I have like the dates of when money is usually released, right? I have right. I have like according to how they are doing their schedules, when is the best time to send in a bid. I have where you can actually go to bid. I have so everything is wrapped up in there as a package. But for right now, I'm giving you information that you guys can deep dive into. So if you're listening to this and you're seeing it, look it up. If you want the easy way, my school is $40 a month. And you get access to all of the Back in the Cities that I do. And you also get to network with other folks. I'm looking to also make it where it's an affiliate where you get a percentage if you add one of your friends in and they purchase. So make sure y'all stay tuned. And that is going to be on the YouTube channel when this video goes up. So my school is Employed by Self Network, named after my beautiful book, Employed by Self, which we'll talk about that another time. So with that being said, network and attend info sessions, build relationships with DOE procurement staff, attend vendor fairs, and participate in pre-bid conferences to understand requirements and competition. So let me go. I got so much to say about this. So I'm going to go backwards. For the last 2 years, I've attended the networking events that they held here for DOE. So what they do is they go to one school. The school I went to both times was the Manhattan School of Science, right on 116, excuse me, between 116 and 112, 13th, and Pleasant Avenue, right here in Harlem, East Harlem. And they brought all vendors from everywhere to come and table. And in this tabling, we got Fire in the building. Al, let's go, Fire. In this tabling, welcome, Fire. In this table, and Fire, can you do me a favor in the chat? Can you let everybody know what you do just in the chat as I'm going? Another beautiful sister of mine. I love her. So in this conference, it had like maybe, I want to say 13 rows, like really long, thick rows of vendors. And all you had going up and down the rows was principals, parent coordinators, anybody that was purchasing programs. So you want to tap into where you can go to get this. Maybe your local schools, you can ask your principals, you can ask your parent coordinators. I'm going to give some advice. Okay. I think that if you're trying to get into the school, there's something that's called donut runs. I don't know. Have anybody ever heard of donut runs? If you've never heard of donut runs, put a 1 in the chat. If you never heard of donut runs, put a 1 in the chat. Okay. So donut runs, you could do anywhere you want. Donut runs is something that the professional world talk about a lot, that is not given to y'all a lot. So donut runs is when you get a thing of donuts. You get a big box of donuts and you put your like proposal of whatever you got right on top of that box. And you go into the schools and you say, how you doing? My name is such and such. My name is Coach Rema The Great, and I would love an opportunity to, good morning. I brought you guys some donuts, and I would love an opportunity to talk with you guys furthermore about the programs that I have. Who would I be able to talk to? And this is for you guys. And they love it. They love it. They love it. Everybody in the professional world, they do this donut run thing. So this is something I'm giving y'all. This is just, and you could do it for anything. Really, like imagine you just at work and somebody show up with some donuts and they just want an opportunity, right? I will also say tap in with the parent coordinators. I have a strong belief, right? I have this strong belief that you can touch anybody you want. You could talk to anybody you want. You just got to choose to want to talk to them. So I put myself with important players a lot. And what I do is I give myself, how urgent do I have to have this meeting? Do I need to have this meeting now, or can I have this meeting in about a month from now? Would it matter? Like, who does it matter, right? This could be a random meet with the donuts anyway. Absolutely. What is the time frame? Is the time frame urgent or is it long? So I had this idea for a conference I wanted to do via webinars, which I probably will still do it, but it was for partnering with the Manhattan, not Manhattan District Attorney, the borough president of Manhattan, Mark Levine's office. And I have these contacts. I could call them whenever I want. So I was like, I want to do this thing, but I want to do it in the summer. Let me propose it now. And if I could get them on a call within a month, it wouldn't matter because the thing is not going to happen till the summer anyway. So I got them on a call. I said, give me the next 2 weeks that you have. Give me a meeting within 3 weeks. I'll take it. They put me on a very small, here's your 30 minutes. And of course, I'm Rema, who I am. So I'm talking for an hour. But just give me that little window. I'm going to take them out. So they did. It took about maybe 2 weeks for me to have that meeting. And then I was able to get another meeting. And then a bunch of other opportunities came out of that. I never even did the webinar that I wanted to do. Can I tell you that? But I got to stand in front of NYCHA presidents and then have them as clients. So long story shorter, don't fret the time frame. If it's something that is like seasonal, right now we in Thanksgiving time, right? And you're like, I need to meet with the school so I can do a Thanksgiving giveaway. It's like, yeah, you need to talk to them within the next couple of days. But if that's not on their schedule, that's on you because you knew this late. Maybe you talk about it for next year. But you want to get on people's schedules and say, can we have a Zoom? Can I get 20 minutes of your time? Right. And it's the same thing as a donut run or whatever. Hey, you're the parent coordinator. I have a lot of questions. That's how you go in. I have questions. Sometimes it's not, you don't always have to go in and be like, this is what I'm presenting to you. It's questions. The questions, and I hope y'all taking pen and paper. If you got a pen and paper, put that one in the chat. Because I'm just in the flow. Sometimes the questions look like, what type of programs do you usually partner or contract, right? And then another question could look like, what are you looking for now? What is some things that you or your students or your staff is looking for now? What can I provide now for you guys? Like, what do you guys got? And then when they give you their list, you take it back and you do something different with it. Can I give y'all some tips on what to do with it real quick with AI? Can we go to AI really quick? I get excited about AI. Is that all right with y'all? I just need a one in the chat. Once I get a one in the chat, I know I can keep going. I need to know that y'all listening. I know I can't see y'all, but I need to know y'all listening. Can y'all hear me? Everybody can hear me? You still here? All right. It says y'all still here. Am I still? Can y'all hear me? All right. I got the one in the chat from Janet.
Yes, we can hear you, Rema.
All
Hear
right,
you, Coach Rema. We hear you.
because I'm going for it.
We with you. We staying with you. We got you.
All right. So with AI, what I did recently, all right, cool. I got you, Fire. I did a date night with my AI, like an afternoon date with my AI. I said, I'm sitting down and I need to figure some things out. The very next day, after dating my AI, and when I dated my AI, I told it my resume, my bio. I told it what I wanted to do with my new social media. I told it what I want to do with the bag in the city. I told it about all the different brands I had. I told it about the womenaires I want to start. I just talked and was like, can you please guide me? Please guide me. Then I had an opportunity for something with DOE. And I was like, a friend of mine, she sent me an email. I love her. Make sure y'all follow We Will Rise online. I'm trying to help her become a foundation because she invests monies into small nonprofits that she just feels very passionate about. Y'all will meet her if you're at any of my womenaires. She's one of my biggest supporters, and she has a regular income. But she'd be like, no, I can put 100 here, I can put 50 here. I'm like, girl, if you don't turn into a foundation. But anyway, she sends me an email. She says, hey, Rema, hey, Coach Rema, we have been talking to our parents, and this is a listing of things that we're looking to have. Can you look at this list? You know, can you let us know what you're able to offer? Let me tell you something. I don't have no reason to be in nobody's school. I don't know what to do. I didn't know what, how, when, nothing. I didn't know what to say. I looked at it, was like, none of this stuff interests me. I don't even see how it relates. I don't know. I don't want to work with kids. I want to work with parents, but I don't speak Spanish. I have all these reservations. I said, I'm not going to do this. I gave the list to chat. I said, chat, using my resume, using my brand name voice, using me and total full that you know, because we was just dating yesterday. Please give me a breakdown for what I can offer this school. So chat did, and I came up with two things that actually fits me, that made me feel comfortable and confident. So what I want you to do is, even in the asking, what do your school want? If you can't provide that thing because it just doesn't fit, that's fine. Maybe it fits somebody on this call. Everybody on this call networking, it might fit somebody, right? Maybe I could just call Kim and tell Kim, this is yours. I went over there to talk to them. They do not want anything to do with flag football. They want you understand what I'm saying? They just want they want family services. Like I can't do it. But it's good to ask the questions. And with me asking questions, what are they looking for? I get to curate in my own space with my own confidence. My own confidence. So I want to offer that to you guys as well. And identifying your contracting categories. Absolutely. Like, who are you? What business are you trying to give to the DOE? And also look up, have they ever taken this business before? Who's more than likely to give you your contract? Who's more than likely? So with the barbering school, who's more than likely to give you the contract? And I'll go even deeper and say, offer it to the door. And I'm only saying absolute, I stick to the LGBTQ because that's your shoe-in, baby. That's your shoe-in. Use what you got, right? I run from being a Black woman, right? I used to run from being a Black woman all the time. I'm not just a Black woman, a Black big woman. I will not do anything plus size. You will not see me even do the wobble dance. Like, this is real life. I've run from it because I know that there's an avenue I want to be. But currently I'm in this season and I need to use that for everything. So my YouTube channel is Big Beautiful Wealthy, BBW, right? Everything I do is big. My girl on my cover of my book is a whole BBW. Right? It's just one of those things. So as I'm offering this thought, I'm letting you know where I'm at too, right? Like, you're not alone. It's me too. Me too. But yeah, go to where people are there to, like, I want to pay you. You'll fit right in. That's what it is. I will also offer high schools. High schools throughout the city might have room for you to do this barbering school, right? High schools. Just look at those different pieces, but investigate it. Flip over some rocks, ask some questions. And this is for everybody. Investigate who you be best with and figure out what's your 2 to 3 focus areas. And for those that have not gotten those focus areas, we did talk about them on what they purchased. So let's just go back a second to the things that they purchase, right? What do they buy? Because we want to know what they buy. And it should fit any one of you guys right there, right? So they buy food services, transportation, after-school programs, IT and technology, curriculum materials, which is most of what you guys are going to do. Arts and enrichment, that is Melissa. Melissa, you are with the sports and all that, the after-school programs. That's really you. That's the one that's you. And maintenance stuff, right? Cleaning, groundskeeping. This is what they're buying. Who's to say you don't know a janitor that might need to get in? Or somebody that owns their own janitorial company. Maybe there's somebody that owns their own IT company, tech company. Are they registered in the portal? Are they in the vendor portal? Now I'm gonna tell you, Passport, once a week, every week. I don't know the day because I just get it and I look at it. But they send you RFP, right? Which is RFBs, request for bids. Like they put bids out all the time. And the bid you want to look for, it says professional services. That's what you want to look for, professional services. And as y'all are filling out y'all information in Passport, in DOE, and all of that, I'm going to give you another advice around AI. If you have your paid chat GPT, and if you do not, I suggest you get one. You want to copy everything off of that screen and place it into chat and say, chat, help me answer this line by line for my business. And then allow chat after you date chat first and it knows everything about your business. Then you'll go back and forth. I trust my chat bot a lot. Then you go back and forth and you plug in what you need to plug in. It not only tells you what it is, it also explains why you don't need it or why you need to do it. So you want to do it that way. This way you are in that space of landing where you need to be. So that's my advice there. So we are at this next piece right here, getting the door. And we did that, identify your catalogs, network, and attend info sessions. Everything, everywhere. Look it up. It's all over the place. Everybody's doing something. Sign up to your community boards. Sign up to DOE, any kind of like bulletin boards that you could find for the city. But this is for everything. So don't let it just be for DOE. Let it be for everything because you don't know where you fit. All right. Pros and cons. The pros: largest agency budget. It got 10.5 billion in annual spending, provides massive opportunity for businesses of all sizes. Now that 10.5 billion was in 2023. We are in 2026, going into 2027. It just keep going up, right? It just keep going up. So I don't even know where we are today. It might even be close to 15 billion. But that's a lot of money. I just need like 50 grand. You know, can somebody just give me 50? Like, I don't know. Do y'all need like 50 grand? Do anybody on here need like a little quick 50 grand? Is it just me? It's not, it can't just be me. Thumbs up, ones in the chat, something. Like, it can't just be me, right? Long-term renewable contracts. Come on now. Multi-year agreements with renewal options provide stable, predictable revenue streams. So what they're saying is, I'm gonna contract you. You staying with me, bruh. You staying with me. We're gonna be in this for a little while. All right. And consistent work. Schools operate year-round with ongoing needs for services and supplies and support. So I also want to offer, can I offer some price ranges? I don't know if it's on here, but I know it's on my school, and my school docs and stuff and the things that I'm gonna send some of y'all. They pay about maybe like I'm not sure about how much, but you get paid up to like maybe 20,000, 25,000 a year if you have like one program in the school and you're only coming in for like 2 hours. So you're getting paid like almost like $50 to $100 an hour just to come into the school for 2 hours a week. 2 or 3 hours a week after school program. You're not an everyday after school program. But what I want to show you, right? I'm gonna take you from there and I'm gonna put you across the whole city. If you worked after school program in one school on a Monday, another one on a Tuesday, another one on a Wednesday, another one on a Saturday, Thursday, and then even pull a Saturday all day, kind of whatever. Because Melissa, I think you could do like an all day Saturday because you're in sports. But if you was to pull all that together, sis, are y'all hearing me? Like, are you hearing me? You don't have to be with one school. You're not exclusive to one school. You get to be in many schools. I'm gonna tell you right now how I know that, because credible messengers, a lot of the men that I know that are credible messengers, their programs are in multiple schools. And I'm like, what? So you go, yeah, I'm gonna go talk over here, I'm gonna go talk over there, I'm gonna go do this over here. They're everywhere. You could be everywhere too, right? The cons is extremely competitive. High value contracts attract major players, requiring strong proposals and competitive pricing, right? Youth facing vendors must meet rigorous background checks, insurance, and safety requirements. We get that, right? We get that. I could use 50 grand. Yep, me too. Strict compliance. Youth-facing vendors must meet, I said that, slow pay cycles. Government payment process can take 30 to 60 days, requiring strong cash flow management. So let me go here. God has been good to me, right? So God has allowed me to work from 5 blocks from my house for the last 20 years. I don't think I've worked further out past St. Nick on 125th Street, and I don't know how long. Okay. Every job I've had has been local and in the community. All right. And I say that to say, because I didn't have to travel far, I didn't need car fare. But there's going to be times with these contracts, as they said, where procurement, the money in the back end may take a while. This is why grants is very weird to some people. Like, I want to go get a grant. That's fine. You want to get a grant. Do you got $10,000 for that $10,000 grant? Because you got to have the money up front first for majority of these grants. That's why people tell you to go get fellowships. But I'm going to tell you about fellowships. If I'm learning y'all something, make sure y'all writing. If I tell you about fellowships, so fellowships is really great. It's a great concept, great idea. However, you need to have already been doing your program for some time. So again, you're floating the money, which is now what we call bootstrapping. So bootstrapping is when you have a 9 to 5 or some kind of other income, and you're using that income to put into the business or side hustle that you have that you're looking to do. So when you're bootstrapping, right, you're rolling out by yourself. Whatever program you decide to do, if it have a minimal cost up front and you can hold out for like 60 days, like 2 months, without having to worry about the program collapsing, That's what they're asking for. Do you have money in the bank right now to cover this program? So for somebody like Absolute, I would say you will want to first invest in maybe 3 to 4 sets of clippers. Like make your own cosmetology kit, right? For these youth, make your own kit, build your kit, and then you come with your own kit. So now when they finally pay you, you're saying, well, hey, this is what your money going to. It's going to go to kids. It's going to this and the third. But if you already have the kits available, you don't have to wait for their money, because now you're starting, you don't have no kids, and you're like, I was waiting for y'all to pay me. But you should have the kits ready to go, right? For Melissa, the same thing, right? Having some kind of pre-ordered or pre-made jerseys, having some sports equipment, having all of the referee stuff, having things already together. So when you get to that point and you have to wait it out for a couple of months, you can float it. And the same thing with nonprofits, right? You want to be able to have whatever you need. I had went up for a contract, almost cried. I almost cried. The contract was my contract, my baby. I always call it my contract, my baby. One day I'll share with y'all what it was. When I wrote the contract the first time, it was for 1.5 million, and I got it for another agency, not for myself. And I didn't even know that I could do things like that. But I love this contract so much because it helped me build this. It helped me understand community a little bit better. And I'm still having moments. So in March, now I've had my nonprofit since last year, August. In March, between February and April, I was given an opportunity to work on a project under DYCD, Department for Youth and Community Development. And I worked on this project as the Great Parents Club, my nonprofit, which is and I didn't introduce that, which is dedicated to financial stability through resource access, right, for parents, and then parental leadership. So if a parent invests in themselves, they invest in their house, in their home with their kids. So I get to the head top person at the Office of Neighborhood Safety, and I'm like, listen, right? This is why I'm the greatest thing in the world, and I got this experience, and I can do this, and I can do that. When I tell you I could land everything, when I say I could do this whole program with my eyes closed, right? And walking backwards and chewing gum and probably saying the alphabet backwards, like this program is mine. And he laughed at me. And he said, I couldn't give you that, Rema. You ain't got the backing for it. I looked at my homegirl, and I think if she was strong enough mentally with where we were at, and we didn't look at like these past bills, and we wasn't looking at certain things in our reality, because sometimes reality takes you from dreaming past it, right? I looked at her. I said, we got to get $1 million by June, because this is about to drop in June. I said, we got to get $1 million by June. I don't care. I don't know how we going to do it. I can't sell that much blood, but we going to figure it out. And I said, because I want my contract. Like, y'all not going to play with me. And he said, I couldn't do it because you can't float it. He said, what are you going to do? He said, I wouldn't give you that contract because you can't float it financially. It wasn't that I didn't have the skills. It wasn't that I wasn't great enough for it. It wasn't that he didn't trust in my, like, everything. It was really, you can't get it because you didn't have the money saved for that. So that really hurt me. So then I was like, well, I don't need the money. I'll get me a fiscal sponsor. So a fiscal sponsor is someone that has the money, and they do a lot of the backdoor admin financial piece of your work. So what that looks like is they take care, it's like, I always say it in a weird way, but they have the money, I have the program. They give me the money, I buy the stuff, I give them receipts, they give the receipt back to the main head hub, which would be like ONS or anybody in the mayor's office. And then in that hub, we'll give them the money in 30 days. So every time I give a receipt, they'll get their money back in 30 days. And they're not taking care of none of the day-to-day work that I'm doing. How do you get a fiscal sponsor? I'll drop this to y'all too. What organization is the closest to the thing that you're doing? Again, like I said, there's so much money out here. People are not, some people are, and it sucks that they are like gatekeepers. But if you have an organization that does the similar thing that you do and you're a nonprofit and you want to fiscal sponsor and they've been around for a while. You should be partnering with them, doing free programming, some kind of intro nights, something, volunteering, letting them see you, letting them see your work, let them get to know you a little better. And then you go talk to the ED and you say, hey, listen, I want to go for this grant. Could you come, like, be my fiscal sponsor? You've been watching me do this work for the last year or so. And then they'll cover all of the funds and you just go spend the money and then give them the receipts. But make sure you give them the receipts because they're putting their name on the line for you. It's kind of like giving a regular referral for anything else. People putting their name on the line for you. So next, and if this was helpful, let me see a thumbs up. Let me see a thumbs up or a one in the chat. So good. We have, thank you. All right. So data snapshot, 10.5 billion. DOE contract spending hits 10.5 billion fiscal year 2023, but these are less than 9% went to MWBEs. This represents a massive opportunity gap for minority and business-owned businesses, minority and women-owned businesses. With proper preparation and strategic positioning, your business can capture a meaningful share of this growing market, right? Untapped market, 91%. Oh my gosh, of DOE contracts not going to MWBE vendors, right? 170% growth rate increase in DOE spending from 2010 to 2023. And then 1 million plus students served. New York City public schools creating daily demand. Like, these kids are different today, man. They like different stuff. And if we have a solution and we have something we want to go in there with, then we should be able to go in there. And I feel like a lot of the older programs that's in these schools, they have what worked in 1990, what worked in 2000, what even worked in 2010, do not work in 2025 on no level of anything. So a lot of the programs that's been around a long time, they've been doing the same structure. These kids are faster. These kids are smarter. These kids are quicker. These kids know language they shouldn't even know. And I'm not talking like inappropriate language. I'm just talking like really smart, right? They know things. They know the definition of things. Like, this is a real thing. So I say, pay attention to that. Okay. So the next one is the next 3 steps. So step 1, these are steps that you're willing to take to move towards your DOE vendorship. So make sure y'all writing this down, right? Step 1, what specific action will you take this week to begin your DOE contracting journey? And y'all can write this in the chat. I'd really appreciate to hear what you got to say. If you want to take yourself off mute, you can also do it. Which compliance requirement or documentation will you prioritize next? So if you don't have your passport, I sent y'all the passport. If you're not in vendor in DOE, I sent you that as well. But let's say you don't even have half of that. What else do you need to make sure that you have your package and you're ready? You know what I'm saying? Sorry about that, y'all. Step 3, how will you begin networking and building relationships within the DOE procurement community, right? This is for y'all. Remember, success in DOE contracting requires patience, persistence, preparation. Start with these small wins, and I can't read the bottom, but it's okay. Just start with the small wins. And let me see what's in our chat. Let me see. Will you be sending a checklist of this? So I will be putting this video on YouTube. So we'll be going up alongside of the NYCHA video that we did 2 weeks ago. But I will not be putting the checklist of any sort unless you purchased the ticket. And if you didn't purchase the ticket, if you're purchasing inside the school and you go into my school account, which is school.com/employed by self, and you're a member of the school, then you'll have all of the checklists, you'll have all of the language, you'll have the dictionaries, everything that I kind of broke down here, you'll get it right there at your disposal. So this is what it is, and then that is more of the tangible item that you could print and stuff like that, plus networking opportunities and etc. So yeah, I would say go to the school, which I will give you guys the link to my school now before we get out of here. And Are you letting me copy this? Okay, thank you. So you guys can check out my school. There you go. And I'm back to the bag in the city. So this is the end of our chat. Education is where the money and the mission meet. If you can serve schools, you can serve the city. The New York City Department of Education represents more than just contracts. It's an opportunity to build generational wealth while directly impacting the lives of over 1 million students. Your business has the power to transform both communities and your own future. Ready to take the next step? Your journey to DOE contracting success starts with a single action. The city's children are counting on innovative, diverse businesses like yours to help them thrive. I am stopping screen share and I am opening the floor. So how do y'all feel now that you have all this information? You know, you can join in conversation. Fire, I see you.
Yeah. How you doing? Thank you for having me tonight. I
You're
would like
welcome.
to say thank you for inviting me because I was all over the place as usual. First and foremost, I want to say that your presentation is impeccable. And I want to say thank you for sharing all of your knowledge and the resources that we do have available to better our businesses. In
You're
terms of
welcome.
what we do right now where I'm at, I'm like, okay, this is helpful because this allows me to tap into DOE because I am a nonprofit that helps families. No, it's about it to stress that survivors in need.
This is what I need you to do, Fire, real quick.
Sure.
Take off your Bluetooth and just talk into the phone because your headphones is coming in a little muffled. Just take the
It's
Bluetooth
okay,
off
give me a second. So it's gonna
and
go to
let's
sleep
get your
mode.
whole outside experience.
Okay, give me 1 second. Seems like the door's barking. Give me 1 moment. Let me see if I
Yes,
can make it
ma'am.
happen.
The Bluetooth off. And we can
And
get all of you.
it shouldn't be my fault. That's not good.
Give me 1 moment because I have 2 dogs I'm walking right
Oh,
now.
that is beautiful. I can hear you, Fire. Let's
Okay, that's
go.
better?
Yes.
Okay. All right. I want to say first, thank you. I didn't know it was that bad. I want to say first and foremost, thank you for inviting me. And I want to say that the knowledge that you shared, it's important, it's necessary. And at this time, these are resources I believe that we all can use, but it's a matter of knowing how to connect to these resources. A lot of time, for example, when I attended before, I was like, okay, this is available, X, Y, and Z. I'm like, oh, okay, I didn't know that. But now that I know that these different various resources for people who are willing to compensate and getting in the doors, it's just a matter of who you know and what you know. So I'm discovering that now. So I'm definitely going to continue to apply myself to these the different knowledge that you're providing. You know, keep sharing because I'm not taking it for granted. I'm definitely telling other people that I know about you and what you do.
I appreciate that very much, Fire. You're gonna see the invite. Everybody gonna see the email invite go out for Wednesdays. You may not make it this Wednesday, but if y'all able to come any Wednesday, y'all all more than welcome to the Wednesdays for Womenaires. It's a women's seminar. So, girl, I got you. I
Okay, keep
appreciate
me
you,
in
Fire.
tune. Okay,
Thank you.
appreciate that. All right, I'm gonna go off video and mute myself now because these dogs
Yes.
are loud.
Yes.
Okay.
Is there anyone else that want to jump in? Don't all go at one time.
I just want to say thank you so much for all the info. Like, I feel like I have a better understanding of what's next. For me, you know what I'm saying? Because like you said, listen, I'm coming in like I'm dumb, like I don't know nothing. Okay. So I'm soaking it all in like a sponge. Thank you so much. I really appreciate all the information. Plus, I was asking about the fingerprints because somebody reached out to me for my services like a year ago, like in December, and they was like, oh, like we want you to, you know, to get on board with us. And she was like, go get my fingerprints done. And they reimbursed me and all that stuff. And I went, got the fingerprints and it's still to this day, I have not heard from them.
Did you reach back out to her?
I mean, yeah, I did. I told them, saying, hey, listen, I did the fingerprints, sent the you know, like a screenshot or receipt and everything, and I have not heard from them. So I don't know. And then on top of that, thank you so much for letting me know how much we could get paid because what they were talking about, they were trying to pay me. Ain't nothing close to what you said. That if I had my own, vendor, like, you get what I'm saying? So thank you
Yes.
so much.
Nah, man. And listen, I also want to encourage the fingerprinting just so you can have it for yourself. But when you're honest, people really, really take the honesty too. So, like I said, I have people that have been formerly incarcerated that go into schools. So you can't say that, and this is this in the moment, not that you're saying that, but in the moment, people that have had backgrounds, they just want to know what kind of background. Maybe if it's something dealing with child abuse or something, off, they want to know that. But besides that, if you're honest about it, hey, listen, I got in some trouble about 20 years ago. I did like 2 years. I did this, and like, just honest. And this is why I'm coming in to talk to them, because I have this background. So I just want to offer that to anybody in this room as well. But yeah, like, and as far as them not reaching back out to you, I think that was really a calling though, because you had the new fingerprints. Go talk to these schools. Now you know the process of go get it done. Go get it done.
So that means, because I know when I got the fingerprints, they was asking for like a school code or something, or whatever code that the people gave me. So, does it matter? Like, I can still have, like, I'm in the system, right?
You should get it done again, because it's been a year and things happen in that time, right? So you just want to give them something updated and close to the time frame.
I got this done in I think it was January, February. I did my
this year, right?
Yeah, this year, yeah.
We are in October. We're in November. So you want to try to go get it done again, something closer, because things could have happened over the summer. You don't know, right? You want to make sure that they don't give you no no's. You want to eliminate as many no's as possible. Okay. So go get it done again, and then go attack the schools with the donuts.
Copy that.
All right.
All right. Thank you.
Kim, I see you up. You up next, Kim. Thank you, Absolute.
I just want to say, for the fingerprinting process, I found a place called CSS on 42nd Street and 3rd Avenue. They'll do the fingerprints for you free of charge, and they'll assign a lawyer if you have anything in your background that's challenging. That's challenging. They'll do the fingerprints and everything, and it'll take 6 weeks, and they'll give you the fingerprint card that you need to take to any provider of anything, and it's free. And they'll give you a lawyer. If you have anything that comes back on your record that needs to be challenged, they will provide you an attorney. All you have to do is have a Medicaid.
There you go. There you go.
That's
Thank
great.
you, Kim.
That's great.
Thank you so much.
Kim, any other thoughts on tonight?
No,
you want to share?
I love you, and I try to bring as many people to your space. I want this whole room to be filled up with your information. Filled up. I want it all filled up. Get her workbook. Her workbook is a blueprint. All you gotta do is fill in the boxes. It's all there for you. Rema the Great has the workbook. It's already there. Just fill it in with your information. That's all you gotta do.
I swear I don't pay her to do this. I don't pay her to say this.
You gotta get that book. It's priceless.
Can you write that address in the chat?
What, my book?
It's 633. The thing for the fingerprinting is 633 42nd Street and 3rd Avenue.
633 42nd.
And you take your golden Medicaid card, and you can get everything for free. And I know I won't send you there because I already done it.
You said you won't send people there because what?
I won't send people there because I won't send you there without vetting the place already. I won't send you to something that I didn't already utilize.
Can y'all make sure y'all stay in contact with Kim? Kim is a wealth of resources. Family Benches is really a hub for resources for families that have been through the court system, mainly fathers. She really is an advocate for the fathers aspect of it. So make sure y'all stay with Kim, because Kim got all this information. Family Benches is the name of her organization, and I stand behind her 100%. Kim, I appreciate you so much. I thank you for always wanting and wishing the best for me. And I pull up because I know I have you. So you make me feel like I feel great showing up because I know you're here for me. So thank you very much for giving me that push. Whenever you like, Rema, I'm in the chat. I'm here, Rema. I'm logged on. I'm like, yeah, let's go. Even if it was just me and you, I'd be happy. So I thank you, Kim. I see you soon. Hopefully I see you Wednesday. And if not, I'll see you the following Wednesday. Okay? But we'll talk because I could use some help. All right, Kim. I see you later. Don't leave, but I'm just saying, I'll see you soon. Anybody else want to jump in?
Yeah, thank you so much. This was short notice, Absol and Chemo was like, oh, jump on this call. Rema got going. So I was like, okay, let me see what it's about. So
Thank you.
I took a lot of information. I just want to know, is it similar to like New Jersey as well, the way the whole process is? Do you know? As far as
So,
like DOE goes.
so my goal is to expand back the city to other cities. Now
Mm-hmm.
that you've mentioned Jersey, I can definitely do some research in Jersey and find that out for you. We can talk offline what that looks
Mm-hmm.
like. Because I have yet figured out when I plan on doing multiple cities. I'm just right now just in New York. So I don't know if it's the same. But what I will offer you
Mm-hmm.
is the information I gave you, just type it with Jersey. Just type
Right.
with Jersey. I think passport is for everybody, but it may just
Okay.
be a New York City thing that I sent you guys to. But I'm sure Jersey has their own thing, their own mayor's office thing.
Mm-hmm.
So just kind of like figure out who and where and what, right? And that's just it. Everything I gave you, just put Jersey. Go into your
Okay.
chat, go Jersey. This and the
Mm-hmm.
third Jersey. Where's our passport for Jersey? Where's
Mm-hmm.
our DOE vendor for Jersey? Where is how can I get some sponsorship with the bid for Jersey? Everything
Mm-hmm.
is there for Jersey. So like same thing I'm giving you, just put Jersey smack on it and then do your
Right.
homework. That's it. That's the most I can say. But build your relationships. Definitely make sure that you're getting out there. Not as if you ain't got the time, you got the time. But like at least
Yeah, it's hard.
have a
It's
goal.
challenging.
Have a goal for 2 parent coordinators a month. 2 to 3
Mm-hmm.
parent coordinators a month that you can actually shake a hand with. Hey, can we do a 20-minute Zoom? And you could do that
Mm-hmm.
from your house in a email. Hey, my name is such and such. I have a program. I would like to know if you can, meet with me on a Zoom call so I could kind of just understand what you guys are looking for programming and if I fit that bill. They're
Mm-hmm.
always open looking for more things because they get tired too. And they want different
Mm-hmm.
things for their kids in different programs. So just be open to the idea that the world is yours and have a goal set to say, I'm gonna talk to 2 new, and that's even a little bit. I want to
Mm-hmm.
challenge you to say 50. But that's me, right? I'm a big thinker. But I would say talk to 2 to whatever your number is, but start at 2 and
Mm-hmm.
talk to them and get the information and then look up the information and see how you match with them. What are y'all
Okay.
looking for? What kind of insurance do I have to have? And now that you know all the insurances, because I gave you the rundown, what kind of insurance do I need to have? Oh, I heard that insurance before. And then you know what? Can I give y'all something else? Now that I got a little bit of the education and the wording, use the wording in your conversation with people.
Yeah.
Use the wording in your conversation. So when it comes down to the insurance, right? This is what I'm gonna offer you to say. Instead of saying commercial general liability, you're gonna use the language CGL. So when they're saying, well, what do you need? You're like, hey, I just want to know what I need. What do my CGL need to say? They're gonna be like, oh shoot, she know what she's talking about. People like language. They love language. That's why I did a whole dictionary inside of the school count. It's language. Get the language together and you can talk to anybody in any room, right? And even with the other one, it was something else that was on here that was like a nice little something. So workers' comp, that it wasn't that. It was like a SB something. I don't see where I saw it at, but the BOP, the business owner's policy, right? Like, do I need to get the BOP insurance or the CGL? Like, what do we got to do? You understand? So just like figure out language and use language when you're in front of these folks. Melissa, is there anything else? And I appreciate you. Did I freeze?
Nothing right now. If I do have any more, I'll contact you.
Tell wife
Yeah,
I
right now
said,
I
hey,
can't think of anything. Oh well, she's asleep.
absolutely. Where's she? She sleep, you said?
Yeah, on the couch. Yep, knocked out.
So on Netflix and sleep. Thank you so much, Melissa. Suhari, you have anything?
No, I don't, but I want to say thank you for all the information that you have provided. It was very enlightening. And now I know what I should do. Other than calling you, I also can do some research on my own. Thank
Absolutely.
you.
You're
Thank you,
very welcome.
everyone, for all your input.
I thank y'all all for everything. Janet, I know you've been sitting there listening. Janet was my little secret in the corner. So I was hoping that if I was wrong anywhere, she'd jump in. So without having any of her jumping in, I guess I was hitting some really good points. Janet, I know
amazing. You did amazing.
How was it, Janet?
You did amazing, and thank you again for the information. I actually got some extra pointers from you. So awesome as usual.
I appreciate you very much. And with that being said, we're gonna wrap this up. Make sure that you guys stay close to my YouTube channel, which is Big, Beautiful, and Wealthy on YouTube. I'm looking for more subscribers. Please tell folks to subscribe. Share this video with them. I will be sending this video out in an email once it's uploaded. And then on my channel, like I said, I did 2 weeks ago, how to get your vendorship with NYCHA. You definitely want to look at that because there's, oh my gosh, that money is just different. And there's nobody doing what y'all do in NYCHA and getting contracted for it. Also the week before that, when I'm just giving you a breakdown of the different procurement processes and stuff like that. But next week though, next week, Sunday, make sure y'all stay tuned for next week, Sunday. Next week, Sunday, we'll be talking about DOE. And I will be giving y'all some more of this Bag the City conversation. I am your girl, Coach Rema the Great. And for those that can come out on Wednesday, we will be meeting up Wednesday night, every Wednesday from 6 to 8 o'clock, 6:30 to 8 o'clock at 435 120th Street and East Harlem for Womenaires, the only women empowerment program for professional women in the projects. So, and putting you where you need to be and the networking space and just focusing on self, being the woman you are. Just focus up on you. You know what I mean? And you ain't got to worry about what you see around you. You worry about what you feel inside you. You know what I'm saying? Kim, want to meet with Melissa. Melissa, make sure you connect with Kim. It's in the chat. I'm gonna give y'all a few minutes to log off. And if there's any last words, I love y'all. Just know that. And thank y'all again for
Love
tapping
you
in
too,
today.
Raymond. Thank you. This is my listeners. Thank you.
You're
Have a good
welcome.
night. Yeah.
I'll see y'all next week. Hopefully.
I try my best. Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye, darling. Where am I? Where is it? I'm here. Stop screen share. And it's just me.